right before I started to get things together to record this, I had someone hip me to marriage counselor, not really, former adult movie actress Mia Khalifa and her wedding advice. You heard that right. Mia Khalifa, a woman whose claim to fame is big and taking many loads, is giving advice on marriage and relationships. Now, I'm going to play it for you. There are two vids that she posted on TikTok. I'm going to play them both in succession because they are both going to lead into two topics that I am going to discuss. So let me play it for you and we will dive into the first thing that I want to dive into. Check this out.
Okay, cool girl engagement.
That's not a thing. Everyone knows the real cool girls get divorced before 30. Oh, we're comparing stats. Baby girl doesn't know that I am Tom Brady at this game. Married at 18, divorced at 21. Second marriage, married at 25, divorced at 28. Third engagement, engaged at 29, ended it at 30, but I kept the ring. I'm still keeping Tom Brady on his toes. We should not be afraid to leave these men. We are not stuck with these people. Marriage is not a sanctimonious thing. It is paperwork. It's something, it's a commitment you make to someone. But if you feel like you're not getting anything from that commitment and you're trying, you gotta go. You gotta go. You have to go. I know it's difficult to fill out paperwork and to make appointments and to do all of these things, but this is your fucking life. Do you want to be stuck with someone?
So y'all did hear that, right? It wasn't just me. So the first thing that I'm going to hit on is how long does it take to get married? How long does it take for you to date somebody before you know that they are the ones that you want to spend the rest of your life with? She let y'all know that she's been engaged 3 times, married 2 of them. What she goes to show is the problem with marriage. That if you're not happy with someone, if someone is making you unhappy, she specifically said, if you feel that you're not getting anything from that commitment, then you have to go. Which brings me to how I started this. How long does it take for you to realize if that person is the one? I'm going to focus on that part right now, y'all. She opened up a whole slew of that I hadn't even intended to hit on, but she really did give me an insight into a lot of what's going on in culture and society today. So check it out. How long does it take for you to realize if that person is the one? Because I know a couple that has been engaged since 2005 and still aren't married. That just goes to show me that someone in that relationship does not want to commit because it is more than just paperwork. It is a commitment. My personal belief, take it how you want it, but it's not going to take you more than 2 years. Take it from a man who's hugging 50, who has been in one relationship for over 11 years, and I was married for, God, it wasn't that long, y'all. 3, maybe 4 years. But the point is, how long does it take? I was younger when I was with the mother of my oldest daughter, and we were together for over 11 years. I want to say 12 actually. And things fell apart horribly at the end. When we separated, I really took time to look and think how much of that was on me. Instead of just dating for being together, procreating, having a child, and still not married, I looked back on that and thought maybe it was my error. I should have given her that name, my last name, committed more to her. Now, looking back again and seeing how it ended and how things have progressed from that moment, I see how much of a bullet I dodged in a sense. Then, when I met my ex-wife, my current co-parent, we had been together for about a year, and I decided that I was going to do things different, that we were going to be married. I was not going to make the mistakes of my first long-term relationship. Even though Everything in me said that she wasn't ready. She and I get along fine, which is neither here nor there, but it's just one of those things of how long before you can tell that that person is the one to marry. You should be able to tell, as I just stated a moment ago, in the first 24 months, because here is how my experience has worked. Here is how the experience of those around me have worked, those that I've cared about, those that I have watched, those that have confided things in me. A person can only hide their true nature for about 3 months. Similarly, that's why most jobs back when I was in corporate America had that 90-day trial period. Because usually, and I'm pretty sure there's psychological evidence to back this up, after about 90 days, a person is going to start to show you who they really are. By 90 days, you're going to see those flaws and those traits become more prevalent. You're going to see that the things that you thought were just anomalies, little quirks, are actually part of their character. So you'll be able to tell at about 90 days who they really are. After that is when I feel that the true evaluation begins. Because now that both parties, both people, have dropped the facade of trying to be the perfect image of what the other expects, now we get down to the real. And I will say 6 months, a year in, you know then. You will know then. This is the person I can spend the rest of my life with. This is the person I need to get away from ASAP. Now, if it is somebody that you need to get away from and you still choose to marry them, then that's on you. See, what Mia Khalifa said is to an extent true. Yay, if you're not getting what you need out the relationship, then leave. Here's the thing, the word relationship. If you are not getting what you need out of the relationship, not marriage, out of the relationship, leave before it gets to a bullshit marriage. Don't marry someone that ain't ready. Take it from me and my experience. If they ain't ready, they ain't ready. If you feel they ain't ready, then they're not ready. They may say they are, but if you feel, hey, I don't think you're ready, we're not going to go that far. Let me tell you this. The one thing that you cannot get back in all of human history is time. Someone can rob you. You can get whatever they took back, whether by insurance or by working for it all over again. You can get hurt. You can heal. But the one thing in life you can never get back is time. And believe me, you don't want to waste time spinning your wheels and going absolutely nowhere. I know someone who was with the guy easily 13, 14 plus years. Easily. And got absolutely nothing from it other than physical scars, emotional scars, trust issues, and heartache. And when they finally stopped messing around, in 2 years that man was married. I say again, they were together for over 13, off and on. If I do the off and on part, I want to say more like 15. Off and on for 15 years. And as soon as she got the will to say, I'm done with this, he was married to another woman in 2. In 15, she never even got an engagement ring. How long does it take? He knew early on that this was not the woman he was going to marry. How long does it take to realize that this woman, that this man is the person I'm going to marry? As I said, in my opinion, takes about 2 years. In 2 years, you've seen their ups, their downs, their ins, their outs, things you can live with, things that you can't. And you should be able to make a very clear and concise decision on if they are the person that you want to be with. Watch closely and
you must choose. But choose wisely.
You can catch the rest of that conversation on our Free Mind Thinkers podcast, which you can listen to wherever you listen to any of your favorite podcasts. We are on Amazon Music, Google Podcast, iHeartRadio, and Pandora. So give us a listen there.